I think there are many children in the street that need parents and home. So why don't we bring them to our home rather than reproducing by our own? Why don't we parent them? But in the process of doing so, are we losing the very essence of motherhood? And what is the meaning of motherhood according to Sadhguru? That is my question.
See, suppose your mother delivered you and did not show any sense of inclusion, she just left you there. Is it possible that she could become your worst enemy? Yes or no? Very much, isn't it?
Yes.
So your mother is your mother not because she biologically delivered you. Your mother is your mother because in various ways she showed you that she is holding you as a part of herself.
Yes.
Just biological delivery did not make her mother. Biologically, yes, because you are from the biology department. But in your experience, she is your mother only because of the level of inclusiveness that she has displayed in her life, isn't it? If she excluded you, she will become your worst enemy, isn't it?
Yes.
So for this inclusiveness, for you to include somebody, all it takes is willingness. Yes? All it takes is willingness, not biological capacity to get pregnant and deliver. All it takes is willingness. Right now, if you are willing, can you just look at these people and really see them as your own children? Possible? Possible or no? Maybe you have some issues with some of them, that's okay. I'm leaving those two people. She's just identifying, oh, but these two.
I'm trying to figure out whom do I know in the audience. I'm trying to
You
figure
don't
out
have
my
to know
friends.
anybody. You don't know anybody. But can you sit here like a mother to all of them? If you're willing. Because it's only a question of willingness, isn't it? So the problem is just this, for most people their willingness is coming in installments. I will accept you, but I can't stand this guy. I can't stand this guy, but I hate this person. Like this. Now he has to do many things to me for me to accept him slowly. But if you really look at it, the nature of human beings is such. Take the example of somebody who's closest to you in your life. Sincerely, don't tell me anything. Sincerely, you look into it and see how many layers of resistance you have for that person who is dearest to you in your life. Yes or no? Many layers of resistance. Because of that, we have become like this. Unless something falls out of my body, it is not mine. Even what comes out of your own body is not yours. Children will make you realize as you grow old. Enlightenment from the next generation. Because biology will bind you only to a certain point. Beyond that, there is human intelligence and emotion and consciousness. If there is no inclusiveness, you will not feel like one. You may be biologically connected, but you may hate each other intensely. Possible, isn't it? But people will fall back on biology because for them, only their blood is functioning, their brain is yet to function. For most human beings, their blood is functioning, genetics are there, stuff is there, but their brain is yet to function. As I told you, it's new, they've not learned how to use it. Generally, they're using it against themselves. They call this stress, they call this anxiety, they call this depression, misery, whatever. Essentially, your intelligence has turned against you, that's all, isn't it so? Hello? So, our biological connections are important, I'm not saying no. But we have overly exaggerated this. This I'm calling as Dhritarashtra syndrome. You know, Dhritarashtra, at any cost my son, he's a bloody idiot, It doesn't matter, at any cost, my son. Unfortunately, after 5,000–6,000 years, it's still going on. I get down in Chennai, if you get down at the Chennai airport, first neon sign advertisement is a fertility clinic. I say, my God, in India you need a fertility clinic? What you need is an infertility bomb.